Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing good. Thank you so much for stopping again to watch the video. So in today's video, I have created this look using my daily wear products. This kind of makeup I do usually when I go to work. Use the Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. You don't have to have the same palette. The shades that I used in this video are like the common shades, and they are mostly available in most of the eyeshadow palettes. So if you want to create this look, you can definitely use any eyeshadow palette that you have. And so if for daily basis, I don't prefer using high coverage foundations. I feel like they are more heavy on my skin whenever I wear it for more than 9 hours. For my work, I usually prefer the like light to medium coverage foundation products that you can skip. Like I have pigmentation around my mouth, so I use color corrector. If you don't have pigmentation, you don't have to use the color corrector, because sometimes I even don't use it. But for the sake of the video, I had to use it because sometimes it looks ashy around my mouth if I don't use corrector. So if you don't have dark circles, you can skip the concealer part. I have dark circles around my eyes, so I have to use the concealer. If I'm using the full coverage foundation, I don't usually apply the concealer for my everyday basis, and I don't use makeup every day.
So in today's video, I have created this look using some of my few main products. Yeah, I said few main products because of the products that I used most of the time whenever I do makeup, like my foundation, my setting powder, concealer, bronzer, and highlighter. So I just used 5 products, but then no, I applied primer too. So I can't skip that. Sometimes I don't apply primer too.
So if you guys want to know how I created this look, then keep on watching. To start with my base, I'm using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Mineral Infused Face Primer. This is the weightless silky formula, and this primer helps to fill the fine lines on my face, and it helps to blend the foundation very smoothly. For color correction, I'm using the NYX color corrector. You don't have to use this corrector if you don't have pigmentation on your face. You can skip this step and directly go on to the foundation. If you are using the corrector, just make sure that you blend the corrector and then damp with the beauty sponge so that you take out all the extra corrector. I just use this corrector very lightly. I didn't use it too much, and for my daily face, I don't use corrector most of the time. For my foundation, I'm using the NYX Professional Makeup Total Control Drop Foundation. This foundation gives like sheer to full coverage, and it comes with a dropper inside the foundation. If you feel that you need more coverage, then you can go ahead and apply second layer of foundation. But for daily use, I definitely don't prefer like wearing heavy base of foundation. And using a wet sponge, I'm just blending my foundation. If you don't have dark circles, you can definitely skip the concealer step, and if you feel like that your foundation has given you like a bright base, you don't have to apply concealer for a daily wear basis, because sometimes if I'm wearing heavy foundation, full coverage foundation, I don't apply concealer. So for my brows, I'm using the Benefit Cosmetics Brow Gel. This is my all-time favorite eyebrow brow filler. Done filling my brows. I'm just making sure there are no lumps in my brows, and I'm using the Benefit Cosmetics Brow Setter and using this just to make sure that my brow stays in place for a longer time. For my concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle. This is one of my go-to favorite concealer from drugstore products, and I'm applying it where I have pigmentation around my mouth and my under areas, and just to highlight my highest points of my face, and using the same sponge I'm just blending it. If you don't have dark circles, you can skip this step, and if you're like wearing full coverage foundations, you don't have to wear the concealer, because sometimes whenever I wear full coverage foundations, I don't wear concealer for daily basis. And as for this video, I have used NYX foundation and it gives like light to medium coverage, so for my dark circles I wanted to use the concealer. And then to set everything, I'm using the COVERGIRL Clean Press Powder Foundation. I'm using like as a setting powder, and this gives like extra coverage on my skin. So it's kind of a powder foundation, and I'm applying it to set my concealer and my whole face, and not forgetting my neck too. To set everything, I'm using the Wet n Wild setting spray. So for bronzing my face, I'm using the Too Faced chocolate bronzer. This is the mini one that I got from Sephora, and I'm using the bronzer just to give some definition to my face and my nose. I'm not using contour for like daily basis. And to highlight my face, I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Illuminated Trio, and I'm using the middle shade from the palette. I'm just using it very lightly on the highest points of my face, just to give kind of a little bit of shimmery look. And again, I'm using the same sponge just to blend the highlighter. For today's video, I'm using the Huda Beauty Obsession eyeshadow palette in the color Warm Brown. I'm taking the first shade and applying it all over the crease, and using the fluffy blending brush. These shadows are very pigmented and they are very easy to blend. So the second shade I'm going to use is the Peach Light Orange shade from the palette, and I'm applying it on the outer corner of my eyes, and then blending it towards my crease area. I have used only 3 shades for this look today. Then again, I'm taking the first shade, and I'm just making sure that both the shadows are blended together, but I don't want to lose the pigment of the second shade that I used in my outer corner of the eye. So I'm using the shader brush and using the lighter shade from the palette. This shadow looks like white in the video, but it's kind of a yellowish banana powder shadow, and I'm applying it on my lid. This eye makeup is very easy to create, and I didn't use eyeliner for this look, so I'm directly going to apply mascara. And for my mascara, I'm using the Tastiest from Tarte shape. I had like the mini version of it, but recently from the BoxyCharm I got the bigger one, and it's kind of easier to apply the mascara even on the lower lashes. If I'm not applying falsies or eyeliner, I just make sure that I apply 2-3 layers of mascara, and for that it takes me longer time, like to apply 2-3 layers of mascara. So what I do is, like, once I'm done applying one coat of mascara, I apply my lip shade. For today's look, I was confused between the Kylie Cosmetics and the NYX Powder Puff. So then later on, I decided to apply NYX Powder Puff. This one is in the shade Squad Goals. This lip shade was like matching perfectly on my eye makeup today. So whenever I use that eye shade, I apply this lip shade or the Kylie Cosmetic one, and to set everything I use the Wet n Wild setting spray, and again I apply the second layer of mascara. If you are not comfortable in wearing false lashes, then just make sure that you apply 2-3 layers of mascara, and don't forget to apply mascara on the lower lash line, because when you apply mascara on the lower lash line, it makes your eyes look more pretty. And for daily basis, I don't use eyeshadow on my lower waterline. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. I hope you guys like it. If you guys like the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel.